don't know each other. So they go to about 20 different schools, and we do life skills through the arts. So a little bit of dancing, rapping, stepping, singing, you name it. Just like the King Soldiers. Did y'all enjoy the King Soldiers? The boys that was rapping? Right. So we're gonna do a little something. I want to shout out everybody. Red, one of our students from the city. That's the first. What is it, Red? What is it, Red? Red. I say it, Red. Lieutenant. First female lieutenant out of Fox Middle. Out of Weaver. And anybody else that's doing great things, because we could have been somewhere else today. So it's really a nice event. And we just gonna try to do what we do.
I heard my daughter, who worked with her, talking about this Kim and the kids, and she bees. Yeah, but then I would listen, and then one day I was up there, and I mean, there was kids everywhere. And the thing I noticed about her was, the minute she walked in, those kids got silent. I said, they must be scared of this lady for whatever reason, right? But she never raised her voice. And it was almost like, see, I was a drill sergeant in the Army too, so, you know, when you give an order, those recruits respond, you know, without any questions. Well, Kim was like a community drill sergeant.
I met Miss Kim when I was 10 years old. I'll be 40 in a couple of months, so a long time ago, at Annie Fisher School. She was actually the inside suspension teacher, and I was one of them children, so I ended up going to inside. And from there, she just told me about her program, what she do, and that's how I began dancing with her. That kind of helped me stay out of trouble and stuff. So I met her there. Yeah.
She would line up smallest to the tallest, and they would just fall into formation. And they were quiet. They were just, and I could see the admiration that they had for her.
I grew up in a household with just my mom, single parent. I was the baby, I was the last one. So, you know, by that time, she was tired, and I was able to kind of get away with more things that my sisters and my siblings got to do. So I was outside late nights, all that stuff. And when I got to school, you know, talking back, skipping class, those type of things I was doing. So she kind of stepped in. And when Miss Kim stepped in, that's like family. So my mom really appreciated it too, because she wasn't able to be around all the time, working full time and all that stuff. So I became something like her, another child of hers, basically. So yeah.
And then so I sat down, and I said, I gotta watch this, because this is, you know, listen, I've been involved with kids too, and they can be all over the place, you know. Kim was about the business of teaching them what she was trying to teach them. And it was obvious that those kids had a love for her, the same love she had for them. And what I really noticed is she was almost like a one-man operation with a ton of kids up here. And it was heartening to see this black woman, a young black woman, who just had such a love and respect for those young, she called them her babies.
So, having that outlet, parents these days need to understand it's okay to have someone else assist you. And that's how I came with Miss Kim. She assists me because I was doing everything by myself. I came into a whole new state, didn't know anything. And she was like, not my baby. I was like, oh, he gonna walk. No, he ain't walking. I'm like, you can pick him up. She's like, I'm gonna pick him up. I might let my baby walk. So it's like,
I think the best thing that she did was keep it real with us. Our parents don't tell us everything, or they feel like they can't talk to us about certain stuff. And she kept it real with us about everything, right? She let us be ourselves, right? We wasn't afraid to be ourselves around her. I think that helped at that time, just like, this is what the world is gonna be if you continue this way. This is what's gonna happen. And being real raw about it, right? Real raw, real transparent. And she basically was kind of scared it into me, like, let me relax, you know what I mean?
And the kids need to see consistency.
So at that time, that's how it helped. I stayed out of trouble. My friends are still my friends now, but they did things that I didn't do because I was at practice, right? Very dedicated to that program. So I missed out on a lot of things I'm glad I missed out on, right? So
it reminded me of my mother and my grandmother, to be very honest with you.
students and children know who's being real with them, and they appreciate that. I know that when they act like they don't, but once they begin to trust you, they appreciate that hard love. They really do. And that's a lot of stuff that they're missing from home or from the community or whatever. So I think they can expect that same discipline, but also that love, right? So you gotta love them for them to trust you, right? But then you give them that discipline. And I think one thing Kim did creative is like, let me start off with, they like to dance, right? They like to rap. They like to sing. Let's do that. But while I'm doing it, I'm gonna teach them life skills. Teach them how academics, something we call disguised learning. They don't even know that they're learning these skills because they having so much fun in what they're doing.
Knowing that she had that love, that passion, and for the kids, and then it was positive stuff that they was doing, I was like, I am on board. I was giving like here, I'm like, I'm gonna do this and everything. She's like, other parents have to do stuff. I'm not waiting for other parents to do stuff. I'm that parent, I'm gonna do it until you say, oh, we already met our goal. If you didn't meet that goal, I'm going to meet that goal at the end.
And anything that I can do to help her, I'm on board. Now it's probably about 6-7 years ago. And like I said, the minute she walked into the center, if I happened to be there, because I'd see all these kids, and it's just kind of running. She's supposed to be running around. It's a center, a community center. The minute she walked in, they were like little soldiers. They just fell right in line. You know, when she talked, nobody else was talking. You could see their heads and their eyes were focused on her. And like I said, I saw just this compassion she had for these kids. And then the stories I hear people tell, yourself included, about how your sister. But I said, you know what? This is a young lady who's done this pretty much out of pocket.
Investing in Ms. Kim is investing in your community, and it's investing in the children, period. She's been a part of a positive impact on the community for over 30 years. She didn't start here, started all the way in Boston. For 30 years she's been around, and nobody ever really invested in her. We've been investing in ourselves. It's about time to invest in something positive, something that can help our youth, especially now when there's not a lot of stuff going on anymore after school, and it's positive things that's going on. Our kids are bored, and they need somewhere to go that still is able to give that discipline that we maybe can't give in schools, right? Given that things that we can't do in the school system. It's also important because of people like me, right? So because she invested in me, I was able to grow up. I'm a community school director now. I was at 3 different schools at Hartford Public Schools. I was able to invest in other youth. And it becomes a cycle, right? A positive cycle. We keep seeing these negative cycles. She created a positive cycle. She raised women and men to become who she is, right? So I think it's important to invest in her, because investing in her means investing in the rest of the community. And that's what we need. We need something positive. We need somebody that loves her community and the kids to get some more stuff. She doesn't have enough room. It's only one person.
So she is definitely worth being invested in, because she shows it. She has decades, and she's doing different things. She had her kids, the twins, won Hartford's Got Talent. The first season, they won first place. That shows it for itself.
So, when a parent sends their child to a person, then obviously they trust that person. And I think those parents see Kim's end result with their children. Because if one thing a parent knows, we know our children. And some of our children can be a little, and I just believe that parents trust her with their most precious gift, and that's their children.
I would thank her by doing and not really saying nothing. by showing her that whatever you did to help me, I'm gonna continue to make it do right. I'm gonna continue to give back to the community. I'm gonna continue to walk forward positively throughout my life. And that's what she wants. She don't want no words. Show me, right? And so I would clearly just say thank you and kind of just show her like I've been trying to do anyway, to be the person that she helped raise me to be. So I wouldn't even, how much words you could put, I can't even put it into words what she has done for me and my family. She done brought Christmas gifts because my mother couldn't do it. She done did so many things beyond what she had to do as a performing arts instructor. So there is no words. I cannot say anything to thank her. She continues to support me and my family as well. So all I could do is show her that whatever she done, whatever she taught me, I'm listening and I'm gonna continue what she's trying to do.
Miss Kim is needed because she's organic. She is needed in this community because she is real. She is needed in this community because she loves. She is needed in this community because she cares. She is needed in this community because she is the community.
The love of community and the love for people in those different communities, it's not enough to talk about it. You gotta be about it. Miss Kim is the original thing. So again, anything that anybody listening to this can do to help her, please